All right, yo, we are live. We got the interview scheduled with Ryan, man. This is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a great one. Y'all make sure that y'all tap in with the sponsor, Apex. They have great products. I'm talking about. I'm using the products now, and y'all can't even tell. They're just that unnoticeable when they're in your ear. Be sure to use promo code YO000. It's gonna get you 10% off. Also, go check out my nail polish at tsmentertainment.com. Y'all go tap in with that. Ryan, what's going on? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. What's the word, Chad? I'm just thankful to be up here today on this platform. I appreciate you having me up here, TSM. Let's get it.
Hey man, it's listen, man. It's a privilege to have a male up here, bro. To have a male watching, and just to meet somebody like you and have you in my circle, bro. Because it's not too many men that's gonna come and tap in. Because I'm doing a whole positive. I'm trying to switch the narrative. I already did the street stuff, got shot for that and all of that stuff, and so I'm
All right,
more leaning
cool.
the positive things. And I'm looking for guys like yourself to tap in with me and keep me motivated. Can I ask you a question? What keep you motivated, man? As a guy, as a person.
What keeps me motivated is I have a wife and two kids, and what keeps me motivated too also is I've been through a lot of things that in life in general that I don't want to go through no more. From being shot to being robbed to being homeless to being in jail to you name it, I done did it. I done, unfortunately, I done lost my life a couple times, had to be brought back by the grace of God through Narcan. That's something that, a lot of people need to know about is you can always bounce back from the temporary setbacks that you have gone through in your life. You have to take it one day at a time.
Thank everybody for coming down below. Wolf in the brand, Slim Shell. Thank y'all for coming. So I heard you say you got shot. Could you elaborate on that a little bit more, or what caused that to happen?
So this is 2003. I'm 44, so I was what 20. I believe I was 23, and it happened in 2003. I was actually going through a McDonald's drive-through in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and two guys came up on me and my friend with stuff covering their mouth and their nose and unloaded two 9 millimeters on us. And unfortunately, I got hit with one in my leg and almost bled out. It went in and out, but your main artery runs through your thigh on your right leg. So by the grace of God, I'm still here, and I got a testimony, I got a story to tell people, everything ain't for everybody. And, you can be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And unfortunate things do happen, but you're able to bounce back and keep going each day. Each day you can keep going. Everything in this life is temporary. Anything you're going through bad is temporary. A bad day don't last forever. You feel me? A bad week ain't gonna last forever. Stuff changes if you want it to. But if you want to keep on continually doing the same things that are getting you put in positions where you don't like your life or you don't see a way out, you're going to continue to go through those struggles. You have to know what is causing you to be out of yourself, which causes you to have off energy. Whatever causing you to have off energy, maybe the people, your surroundings, the music you listen to, the food you eat. Just try to focus on what's making you act a certain way, and you'll understand yourself a little bit more. It's all about knowing yourself too. See, I'm comfortable with being by myself. That may sound weird to some, but I love being by myself because I have nobody to trigger me. I have nobody to um have me feel a certain type of way. So being by myself is cool with me, but I also like being around family, good people, good energy people, positive people. I can't stand being around a person that's just gonna talk negative all day. I can't do those type of people, as they're called, energy vampires, and I try to stay away from them. TSM.
Okay, so my big question for you is right, and I hate to insert myself because it's all about you. But me, I was targeted during the shooting, and so after that, for me, I wouldn't use the word trauma. I was paranoid all the time. It took me a long time to not be scared when I'm out in the world. Was you when you got shot? Okay, due to it not being you the target, was you paranoid afterwards? And another question: did it change you after you got shot? Were you doing things before that you don't do now? Like how did it change you if it did change you?
So I was target. I don't know if I was targeted, but what they were trying to do was carjack me. I had a '86 Grand Prix Broham on 20s. That was back in the day, so I was flashy. I was one of them cats with the nice car, going around town stunting on people as they call it, and it really didn't change me, but it affected me mentally. But behind that, I suffered from something called PTSD, which is called post traumatic stress disorder, which means that sometimes you feel more on edge than you would if you normally didn't go through trauma in your life, especially a gunshot or I've been robbed too several times. For me, it's the wrong place at the wrong time. Like I'm not really into all that extra stuff. I've done my dirt like everybody else has, but I'm not on anything extra, so to speak. But it's changed me. It didn't change who I am as a person, but it made me recognize how to move, who to move with, um, what places to go to, what places not to go to. You can't trust anywhere these days. I don't care if you're in the hood, in the suburbs. I mean, hey, it can happen anywhere, anytime. Wrong place, wrong time. But yeah, I got PTSD behind that, and I do go see a therapist every twice a month, and it helps me. I recommend therapy to anybody that has gone through trauma in their life. It's not, it's not. You're not crazy if you go see a therapist. You're actually doing something better for yourself. So mentally, I'm back good. It didn't change who I am as a person. I still am who I am. I was like that before. It can't change who I am. I like to be like I'm. I spread the word of realness. I don't lie. I can't fake. The stories that I'm telling y'all, this is the first time I actually told my story on YouTube on a platform, not even my own platform. So, I'm just trying to get a story out there and a testimony that stuff that you go through in your life is temporary and you can get through it if you get help. Mental health help is real, and if you're going through something, you should seek mental health attention.
Who is Ryan? Who is Ryan the person? Define Ryan the person.
Define Ryan the person, man. I'm a cool, laid back dude who enjoys real conversations. I enjoy being with family. I enjoy being with my wife. I'm really into sports. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Even if you don't want to hear it. I call it like it is. I call a sheep, a dog, a cat, a cat. I don't. There's no in between with me. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Type of dude.
What were some of your biggest challenges in life, and how did you get over those obstacles?
Some of my biggest challenges in life, where unfortunately, I had a run in with drugs and alcohol, and one of my hardest times in my life was probably putting down the kicking the heroin, the cocaine, the pills, the you name it, I done did it. And for fortunate, I made it up out. As of today, I've been clean since January 30th from alcohol, drugs, being locked up. Yeah, so one day at a time with the drug addiction. That was probably one of the hardest things I had to do was to learn how to live without a vice, so to speak, with the drugs and the alcohol. Because when people are addicted to drugs and alcohol, they are escaping from reality. Believe it or not, that's what you use drug and alcohol for. It's fun at first. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. I'm getting high. I'm getting high. Next thing you know, you're dependent on that drug or that drink to get you by. So you got to find other ways that's going to give you a peace of mind rather than a drug or a drink. No offense to people that still use whatever. I'm not here to judge you. That's on you.
So, what advice would you give a user to if there's someone who's watching right now and they're having a difficult time? You've been through it and you've completed it. So, I mean, that has to be the best advice from somebody who actually been through it and completed it. What advice would you give them?
The advice I would give to somebody going through an addiction struggle of any is be honest with yourself, and is it something that you want to do? Don't half step trying to kick an addiction. Do it if you're gonna do it. Do it. If not, you know, you're gonna be stuck going around in a hamster thing. Constantly chasing that tail. You get the same result. How many times you want to get high? How many times you want to go through the same thing? You feel me? Like you can get high, but it's the same. It's the same videotape. At the end, you looking for more? You sad? You're depressed. Now you getting in fights with your significant other. You might end up in jail behind something you did stupid. So it's at the end of the day, it's not worth it. So that's the advice I would give somebody going through something, that you do have hope. If you want to get help, there's help out there. I don't know, what state you guys are in, but we have this number 211 that you can call and you can get help hotlines. A hotline you can get resources that are going to tell you where to go to get help for addiction.
Now, normally, because I had uncles and and friends, etc., and some of those people were going through addiction themselves, and a handful of those people actually gotten involved with a woman, and that actually was the cure. Do your wife play a key role in who you
I'm sorry, TSM. Did my wife play a key role in what?
today with the great changes that you applied to yourself? You wanted to stay this clean cut Ryan today. Does she have a percentage to do with that?
Yeah, so my wife is my glue. So even when I was going through my addiction, my wife was always there as a shoulder to lean on, to cry on, and she would tell me, like, Ryan, you need to get help. And I would sometimes listen to her, sometimes I wouldn't. But it boiled down to, my wife was actually going to end up leaving me behind my addiction. So what I had to either choose my wife or the drug, and I chose my wife. You know, and I can't thank her enough, that she stuck with me through the ups and downs of addiction and recovery. So big shouts out to my wife.
And that's why I asked, because a lot of women don't get enough credit for the good that they do in this world. I believe a lot of men will be so out of control if it wasn't for the woman that they're with.
What? I'm sorry, TSM.
I say women don't get enough credit. They don't get enough credit for the help that they input in this world, especially with like helping a man transform to the good people that they are today. A lot of people, it takes a bullet for them to turn their life around. Some people, it takes jail. Some people, all they got to do is talk to God. But most people won't listen to nobody, won't listen to anything. But if they get involved with that right woman, that can really change them. And so women don't get enough credit to your wife. Um, let's talk about sports. What are you watching? You a football or you a basketball fan? Which one are you?
I really like watching both. I grew up playing basketball. As you know, my father played in the NFL for the Kansas City Chiefs. But I'm a sports head all around. I love watching basketball. I coach basketball. I played. Unfortunately, I didn't take high school serious enough, and let that time pass by. But I still like watching it, man.
So wait, okay, now let's not skip past the good part. What okay, you said your father did. What?
So he played for the Kansas City Chiefs in the '60s, and then he
Okay,
got drafted to Vietnam. So my father's 80 years old. I'm 44. Just for some
so
FYI. So yeah,
you got NFL blood in you.
yeah. I got sports blood. See, my father went from being a gym teacher to being a collegiate basketball coach for University of Wisconsin Milwaukee, to coaching NBA players as Steve Novak. He played for the New York Knicks. He owned three semi-pro football teams. He's one of them type of dudes. He just loves sports, and I got it from him, man.
Yo, so who's your favorite team?
I roll with the in football. I roll with the Packers, and basketball. I just like I like LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan. At the end of the day, I want to see his teams win.
Okay, so at your age right now, if you had an opportunity to play for the NFL and a contract was in front of your face, would you accept it?
Oh yeah, I would, but at the same time, see, I would be doing it for the money, and that's the sad part, because what's going on in the NFL now is a lot of dudes are coming up with these head injuries that are making them have mental health problems, which I already got one, so I don't need another one on top of that. But I would definitely get in there just for, I don't know, just for the experience. But I wish that could happen, man. That's everybody's dream to make it to some kind of NFL, NBA sports team.
You brought up something that was very interesting, the mental health thing. I actually deal with it myself, and I want to know from you, from your perspective, how does it affect you? What are you doing to elevate from it, and what's helping you?
See, I actually take medication. Nothing too serious. They're called SS RIs or SSDIs or something like that. I don't take benzos or anything, so I take my medication. I stay in the Word, so which means I read the Bible a chapter each day. I go to therapy twice a month for my PTSD, and I came up with ways to cope with PTSD. A breathing skill. You deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. That's a good one. I meditate a lot. I tend to thank God a lot throughout the day for what I have because without Him, none of this would be possible as far as me kicking my addiction and becoming who I am today.
So, okay, what are you doing to take care of your body? Are you eating healthy? Are you getting like supplements? What are some of the things that you're doing to stay healthy?
So
Are
me
you exercising?
personally, yeah, I exercise. I ride the bike each day. Right now, I'm not working. My project starts up here, I believe, next week. So I'm able to have enough time to where I can focus on my physical appearance a little more than a normal person could. I go to the Y 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. I try to eat clean, but if I don't, hey, I'm human and I enjoy eating. So, hey, I watch what I eat to a certain point. I ain't one of those people who, watch what's the point of life if you can't enjoy the little simple things? Not saying that I'm a hog or I'm a glutton, but I love to eat, man. Hey,
Yo, so what are some of the things, right, that you like to do to enjoy your time? Like, we like not the simple things like staying home watching football. Like, what is something that you would do that's very effective for you? It's like me, for instance. I'm gonna give you just a small. I would literally go in the back on my back deck and just like listen to the nature sounds and like watch the trees, just like, and that literally helps my mental. It can take me from very angry. It can take me from 100 to zero really quick, and I really enjoy doing it. What is something that you do that you enjoy doing for yourself?
I enjoy just putting my earbuds in my ear and listening to music, man. I enjoy music. Music can take me from being agitated to being in relaxed mode from 0 to 100. Man, I love to be outside. Like you said, I enjoy being out like I'm outside right now. I'd rather be outside than inside. Outside, you getting a fresher breath air. You ain't got that energy of the house, who's ever in there. Um, I love to be outside working out. I love to go out to eat. That's another one of my weaknesses, but I love spending time with my wife, my kids, and just trying to maintain a normal, so to speak, type of life with all the extra stuff going on.
Yo, that's what I try to really preach toward to these young guys. Like, yo, eventually there's gonna come a time in your life where all that little stuff doesn't matter. Where as long as you wake up, as long as you got good health and you can find a peaceful place of mind, then you look at the end of the day and be like, yo, I had the perfect day. And nowadays, it's so much going on. They gotta hang with 20 people a day. It's just like a lot going on. Could you see yourself in this era today, where the kids is growing up today? Could you see yourself at all with this? And how different is it now from when you was growing up?
See, when I was growing up, we didn't have. I'm 44, so I was born in '81. So we didn't have the cell phone. So we had to communicate. My kids, I got 11-year-old and a 14-year-old. Okay, and they lack basic communication skills, y'all. And it's sad to say because I feel like it's half the parent and half the school systems now. You know, everything is about feelings. Oh, that kid, this kid, you gotta feel happy. It's all about how you making the person feel. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If you ain't doing good, you ain't doing good. Don't big somebody up if they don't deserve it, type of thing. But hey, I'm glad I was born when I was born because society is it's all about people pleasing, and I'm not. I can't get in with the people pleasing. I call it like it is. If I see something wrong, I'm gonna say it. If I see something right, I'm gonna say it. A lot of people don't like the truth. That's what's going on right now in society. In my opinion, a lot of people don't like to hear the truth because the truth hurts. The old saying, remember the old saying, TSM, the truth hurts,
Yeah.
and it
Oh yeah.
really does.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I had this theory, right, the other day, and I could be totally wrong, but I was speaking with somebody. I think they one of their kids was doing like a test for something. I don't know if it was for like work or something. And I hear this person tell their kid, it was like, yeah, just go look it up on Google. And I'm like, yo, when I was that age, right, we couldn't just search the answers on Google. We had to literally do the homework, right, and figure it out ourselves. And so my theory was, is this making the generation after us less knowledgeable than us because they have the answers in front of them? They can literally look up the answers they need and copy everything where they don't have to figure it out or do the homework. Are we smarter than a generation that came after us to this technology giving them all the answers? What's your take on all of this?
My take on what's going on now is unfortunately I call my kids tablet babies because when they were younger, the thing was give them the tablet, let them mess around the tablet. For us, I'm an 81 baby, so for us it was put them in front of the TV and shut them up. That's what they did for us, growing up. So it's become worse because now they can run around with the thing in their hand. We had to get sat down in front of the TV, and at least TV is a little bit more interesting than your phone all day. But not really, but back then it was.
Yeah, it really boggles me, right? Because it's like, okay, how is this going to work out like in the future, right? Let's say they pass first grade, second, third, fourth, fifth, they graduate, but all of this is through technology. So once they finish and go to college or whatever the case may be, how are they going to know what to do in that profession that they want to? How are they going to know what to do? Is it just going to be a lost brain or what? How does that work? You know what I'm
So
saying? How would you think that's going to work?
so society is gonna get, I believe, dumber but smarter with technology, like the AI, for example. I mean, that stuff is getting taking over our world. Think about it. YouTube just made a new thing that you can't use AI generated content anymore. If you are, bye bye to your page.
Yeah, so if you not, you're right. If you don't, because they hit me with the in my video, you have to let them know because right. Let's say I generate a AI baby or something like that, right? A picture of me, AI baby,
Right.
and you thinking that baby is real. Now you didn't follow the guidelines because you didn't apply everything that you need to apply when there's a child. You know, when you upload a video with a child, you have to put, yes, this is child safe, child friendly, or whatever the case may be. So if you're not applying that, they are going to hit you because you don't now you're not going to be able to know what's real and what's fake. As a matter of fact, they had a full. I just got to watching a full video, and they was talking about this AI rapper that got like 32 million followers, and
Oh,
nobody even knew it was just the AI. It wasn't
wow.
even a rapper; it was just made from AI, and they had the picture of him, and they were just making videos like that. He was going around on stages, and I mean, and that person made millions off that channel, and YouTube took that channel down. That's definitely getting dangerous. Definitely getting dangerous depending on who hands it's in. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. I see that being a problem in the future because it's dumbing people down. People, like you just said, people don't have to do the back end work no more. Everything is right there in the tip of their hands. I mean, hey, technology is good and bad at the same time, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see how the world shifts in another 20, 30 years.
So we have Reverb Nation and iTunes tapped in with us, and so everybody's not tapped into YouTube. So could you let the extra eyes know what it is you do on your channel? Give them a reason they should come visit you over there on your channel.
See, my channel's focused more on. I like to laugh. Me as a person, I like to laugh. I love sports. Um, I love music. So when you come to my channel, you're gonna get a fresh of breath air. You're gonna get some laughs. You're gonna get some good music and good positive energy. Good positive vibes on my channel.
All right, so normally before I pull folks down from the platform, we give some great inspiration, words of knowledge, and it's very rare that we have a man up here. And so, I would love for you to drop some knowledge, some wisdom for the fellas and ladies that's watching.
So if you're going through anything in this life is temporary. It could be good, it could be bad. But if you're going through a bad time in your life, just keep God first. Keep Him first. Prayer, but have some meaning behind your prayer. Be specific with your prayer. Don't just pray. Talk to God. Build a relationship with God. You can talk to Him at all times, 24/7, all day, all night if you want to. And I just want people to know that if you're going through any kind of mental health issues, there is help, and don't be afraid to ask for help. That's the first thing you got to do is ask for help. There's people everywhere that are willing to help you in the right direction as far as getting mentally back straight on board. That's a big thing. Your mental health to me is way more important than your physical appearance. If you don't have your mental right, how you gonna get up and brush your teeth in the morning? How you gonna get up and wash your behind in the morning? You got to have that mental. You got to have that positive push energy in you. It's in every one of us. We just have to bring it out and use it, y'all. There ain't nothing that can't be done. You can do anything you set your mind to. Just stay on track, be positive, get rid of the toxic energy that you have near you, inside of you. There's something to release those demons you got. Everything can be done. Anything can be done. You got to put your mind to it, and you can achieve anything you set your mind to out to. So
I really appreciate that, bro. I appreciate having you on the show. Definitely shout out to your wife, your family, and everybody else over there. And y'all make sure that y'all tap in with Ryan's channel, the folks on Reverb Nation, and everybody that's here. Lisa Bell, thank you so much for coming. I gotta stop and say shout out to the top ching ching cash app donator. Period. Point blank. My sister Queen, I know who I am, and my little dog just jumped out the window and I'm not about to chase it. Shout out to Queen. I know who I am. I really appreciate you, sis. Hopefully you watch this on a replay. If not, hopefully you was watching in the background. Shout out to my manager, Miss Fanny. I can't wait for you to get back better so we can finish running this content up. Dee Dee, some Shell, thank y'all so much. Y'all did an excellent job on the nursery rhyme. If y'all haven't checked that out, The Wheels on a Bus, go check that out. We're gonna be dropping more nursery rhymes, more kid-friendly music. And in case y'all don't know, we taking over Reverb Nation with these kid songs. We've just dropped. I mean, we just went up to I think 38 and 37. We got both of those songs doing numbers right now. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that's coming through. Appreciate everybody that came through. Listen, y'all don't have to purchase anything, but check out my merchandise. I left the link on my community wall. Go check out the shirts. And then also go to TSM Entertainment and leave my website a review. Give me a star up on there. And tomorrow, y'all, we're gonna be doing an hour live. Today, I'm not doing an hour because, of course, it was the interview that was scheduled. It wasn't scheduled to be a live. And so when we come on tomorrow, because from now on we're doing straight up hour lives. So I appreciate everybody that came through. Wolf, thank you so much for coming through. And I've seen your merchandise too. I've seen the shirts and everything you made, and that's very. I was over there in the comments. I know you seen me over there in the comments, like, yo, make a TSM shirt. Yo, you hooking that up. I really appreciate you doing that though, because you're giving me great ideas. Thank everybody for coming. Lisa, thank you so much for coming, sis. I really appreciate you. I'm about to get up out of here. Apparently, I gotta go find this dog. I call it a raccoon. Apparently, I gotta go find this thing. I don't know where it went. And it's more vehicles pulling up, and I don't even know. Raccoon, where you at? Come here, raccoon. Raccoon, let's go. Yeah, I caught you. Let's go. Let's go. Why are you jumping out a window? What's wrong with you, man? Get your butt in this house. Let's go. No, don't stretch. Let's go. Ain't nobody asked you to be out there now. You tired. Princess, let's go. Get in the house. What's wrong with you? You know you in trouble. All right, thank y'all for coming. I really appreciate. No, cause she know what she did, man. She know what she did. I really appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming through. I'm about to end this live.